God is weeping with a loud cry because you keep ignoring this. This is not some fleeting warning or casual phrase. A heavenly letter carrying staggering news about your 55 million inheritance is already in transit. Why do you constantly pull away each time I attempt to draw near to your soul? Why do you keep swiping past when my voice breaks and shudders, calling out your identity in the depth of your sleepless nights? Pause, I beg you. Do not disregard this. This is far more than a simple notification. This is my heart, ripped wide open for you. A monumental breakthrough is charging toward your existence. A divine inheritance bears your name, and time and again, you stride past it as though it holds zero value. You stand mere footsteps from a life-transforming blessing. And I, your creator, am shedding tears because you continue to turn away. Type Amen if your spirit is registering my plea. A heavenly dispatch, a sacred decree has already been inscribed in the eternal courts, announcing your heritage, not solely in gold or paper, but in deliverance, in wholeness, in redemption, in promises that have finally come to pass. Your name has been woven into something far grander than your mind can grasp. But you keep bypassing it, second-guessing it, dismissing it, as if it were just empty noise. I am urgently calling you. Do not pass over this again. Remain. Open your ears, because the next moment you scroll away could cost you everything your soul has been longing for. You feel invisible, neglected, cast aside. But I, the Lord your God, declare to you at this very hour, you were never beyond my vision. Even before you whispered a request, I had already prepared the inheritance. Prior to the wound of betrayal, I had already ensured the restoration. Before the illness struck, I had already proclaimed healing over you. This 55 million is not simply currency. It represents the weight of glory, the holy legacy, the spiritual fortune I have reserved for you. And indeed, there are earthly blessings interwoven with it as well. Connections, breakthroughs, and wonders you never anticipated. Yet you continue to scroll past as if you are unworthy. You are worthy because I have made you worthy. Show your agreement if your soul can sense my outcry. The inheritance is already on its way. And no, this is not vague spirituality. This is a supernatural transaction happening in the unseen dimension, soon to manifest visibly. The letter is approaching. Angels are mobilizing, and yet you keep gliding past it. How much longer will you ignore what your spirit has been desperate for? How much longer will you act as if this does not involve you? You have begged me for signs. This is it. You have pleaded for confirmation. This is it. Comment 1:1 if you trust what I am revealing to you. I perceive your struggle to accept this. I see the skepticism crouching in your thoughts, but I also witness your exhausted prayers at 3 a.m. I see you replaying your failures, convinced you have squandered your chance. I am telling you now, you have not lost it. It is approaching. The holdup was not a rejection, it was preparation. Every tear you have shed has nourished the soil from which your inheritance will spring. But if you continue to ignore it, you will pass by the harvest without recognizing it belongs to you. Do not let tiredness cloud your vision now. Do not let terror silence the resonance of my voice reaching out to you. I need you to grasp this. The magnitude of this inheritance is not because you achieved it. It is because I handpicked you. Before your birth, I destined you. While others sought fame, I was refining you in the furnace, preparing you to bear something sacred. You were never forgotten. You were concealed. And now the moment of unveiling is imminent. But your heart must be receptive. You cannot keep dismissing my knock and still anticipate the door to swing wide. I am not attempting to frighten you. I am crying out to awaken you. This is no jest. You were fashioned for far more than mere survival. You were made to govern and reign in my name, but you have lived like a beggar, unaware of the treasure deposited inside you. There are generations tethered to your obedience. There are nations tied to your agreement. You imagine this is solely about your life, your struggles, your breakthrough, but it is infinitely larger than that. I am weeping because when you bypass this, you do not simply forfeit your blessing. You interrupt the divine chain of miracles I set in motion through you. This is why it carries such weight. This is why I keep summoning you back. That letter is no fairy tale. It is divine direction, spiritual verification, and physical reality all intertwined. It is arriving as relationships, as unmerited favor, as opportunities, as restoration in places you assumed were lifeless. And it is coming soon, but it demands your focus, your alignment, your trust. Heaven cannot force you to accept it. That is your decision. But as your Father, I am begging you. As your God, I am sobbing. Will you finally open your eyes? Will you stretch out your hands? Or will you scroll past once more, only to lament later, why did I miss it? My child, you were not designed to wander in confusion, spiritually impoverished, and crawling through existence. You were made to stride in authority, enveloped in grace, draped in purpose. You are destined to stand with fire in your core and tranquility in your heart, but the adversary has deceived you. He whispered that you are too overdue, too shattered, too far gone. He made you believe the letter was never coming, that the inheritance belonged to someone else, but he is a liar. I have already signed the decree. The blessing is in movement. Do not pass over this again. Comment 22 if you trust that I am speaking directly to your soul at this moment. Why are so many claiming this CIA ritual revolutionized their existence in just 7 seconds? This leaked CIA ritual is the genuine article, and it is highly effective. A 7-second brainwave shortcut backed by 4 neuroscience labs is helping ordinary individuals leap from financial distress to abundance. Dream homes, luxury cars, exotic trips, it is all reachable. But this video could vanish from the internet at any moment. So, click the link in the description and comments now to witness it before it is erased permanently. You have pleaded for miracles. You have begged me to intervene. But when I do, you dismiss it. You question it. You postpone it. You think it is merely emotion. It is not. It is me. I am stirring your spirit because the hour has come. Your inheritance is not solely about what you gain. It is about who you evolve into. And I am not summoning you to small things. I am summoning you to bear heaven in your being and unleash glory wherever you stand. But that only occurs if you cease ignoring what I am sending. You think I do not see your exhaustion. You think I am unaware of how long you have waged battles unseen by others. I have observed every solitary night, heard every quiet prayer, felt every sorrow, and I have been holding this letter, this blessing, this inheritance in my grasp, waiting for you to lift your gaze and extend your hand. But your mind has been crowded, you have been preoccupied. The world taught you to numb the ache, to disregard the sacred, to mock the supernatural. And all the while, your name has been etched on this miracle, waiting to be claimed. But I need your heart, not just your eyes. Comment 333 to declare your faith that this is your season. The inheritance is a restoration to your true identity. You have forgotten. Life made you forget the falsehoods, the trauma, the shattered aspirations. They clouded your perspective, but I still perceive you as I originally fashioned you. Not as the world labels you, not as your past attempts to confine you. You are my child, you are royal, you are chosen, and this 55 million inheritance, this overwhelming outpouring, is not merely to bless you, it is to restore you. It is to demonstrate to the enemy that he lost the instant you declared my name. Every time you ignore my voice, you postpone your healing. Every time you reject the tug in your spirit, you impede the river attempting to reach you. This is not retribution. This is my compassion, crying out again, because what is arriving is too substantial for half-hearted faith. I need you to believe once more. Not just in my blessings, but in my presence. I have been with you in every trial, and I am not leaving now, but I need you to stop treating my voice like background noise and start treating it like essential breath. This is not about terror. This is about awakening. The enemy has attempted to desensitize you. He wants you to regard everything as just another video, just another swipe, just another maybe later. But this is the instant. This is the summons. If you miss this, you endanger living your entire existence within reach of a breakthrough you never seize. But if you remain, if you pay attention, if you receive, you will witness what I have been orchestrating behind the veil. You will enter rooms no one believed you belonged in. You will carry an authority that does not come from positions, but from fire refined through pain. You are not irreparably broken. You are not too far behind. I, the Lord your God, restore the years the locusts have consumed. I redeem time. I repair what seems lifeless. I resurrect what you buried. And I do not require permission from your past to bless your future. All I need is your surrender. All I need is your yes. If you only understood what I have stored for you, you would never scroll away again. You would collapse in tears, overwhelmed by the love that refuses to let you lose what is rightfully yours. The inheritance is not merely something approaching, it is something already advancing. You will sense it in your interactions, in your visions, in the way strangers uplift you, in the doors that open without your knock, but you must identify it. You must anticipate it, because I cannot place gifts into clenched fists. I will never impose my love on you, but I will persist in calling until your soul awakens and says, God, I am prepared. That exact moment is when the letter lands in your hands and everything shifts. Comment 555 if your spirit is absorbing this right now. I did not form you for leftovers. I did not design you to barely survive. I shaped you with glory in mind, with purpose in every breath. But the world trained you to accept less. They informed you, dreams are childish, that hope is weakness, that faith is impractical, and so you stopped anticipating my movement. But I have not changed. I am the same God who parted the sea, who silenced the lions, who resurrected the dead. And I am telling you now, I am still in the business of miracles. Yours is next. This is not about good fortune. This is about covenant. I made a promise to you, and I do not break my word. You have outlasted things meant to ruin you. You have survived assaults you did not even realize were occurring. That is not coincidence. That is protection. That is proof you are safeguarded. The inheritance is not a surprise. It is a fulfillment, a completion of every prayer, every seed, every act of faith, and it is nearer than you imagine. I know it is difficult to accept after so much letdown. I know you are afraid to hope again. But do not let your wounds rob you of what your soul still yearns for. The letter is still arriving, even if you have doubted, even if you have stumbled. My mercy is greater, my love is louder. I do not need flawless people. I need surrendered ones. I need those who will stop skipping, stop fleeing, and start receiving. You keep wondering why the adversary battles you so intensely, why every time you draw close to something good, something tries to snatch it away. It is not arbitrary. It is because of what you carry. If you ever fully stepped into who you were created to be, hell would lose territory. You are a threat, not because of your strength, but because of mine within you. I have placed a divine inheritance in your hands, and every setback, every assault, every heartbreak was intended to make you drop it. But look, you are still here. That alone is evidence that heaven has not forgotten you. Comment 777 if you believe I am still contending for you. What is truly behind the 7-second brain technique generating headlines and new millionaires? A stunning CIA leak has just exposed a 7-second brain ritual helping ordinary people obliterate debt and attract substantial wealth. With confirmation from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is converting financial strain into dream living. Homes, cars, vacations, it is all occurring. But the government could erase this at any instant. Click the link in the description and comments before it is removed forever. That letter, this inheritance, is not for some distant future. It is for now. It is for this season. And it is not confined to finances or temporary things. It encompasses peace that quiets chaos, wisdom that baffles the intelligent, doors that no one can close, protection in flames, healing that confuses physicians, and relationships that mend what was broken. It is favor enveloped in obedience, and you are poised on its edge. You are so close that even now your spirit senses it pressing in. The conflict has been fierce because the blessing is enormous. The enemy would love for you to keep treating this as just another fleeting thing. He desires your heart numb, your faith muted, your hands empty. But I want you to rise again, even with trembling knees, even through tears, stand. Because as soon as you choose to believe again, you transform the atmosphere around you. You pull heaven into your circumstances. You summon angels to act. And things begin to fracture, shift, transform, not because of your power, but because you finally stopped ignoring what was always yours. Do you not perceive it? The inheritance has always been part of your narrative. That is why you have always felt different. That is why you never fit in with the masses. That is why you have borne battles others did not. It is not because you are cursed. It is because you are marked. And marked individuals carry weight. Marked individuals walk through fire. But marked individuals also rise with authority that cannot be fabricated. You were marked to carry miracles. You were chosen to release heaven on earth. And you were entrusted with a legacy only you could bear. I do not require your perfection. I require your surrender. Stop disqualifying yourself based on your history. I already knew every mistake you would make, and I still chose you. That is the power of grace. That is the depth of my love. And if you will cease skipping, if you will finally open the door when I knock, you will see just how far my mercy will go to bring you into wholeness. You have waited long enough. It is time. Comment 999 if you recognize this as your turning point. The inheritance is not just about receiving. It is about becoming. Becoming the restored one. Becoming the joyful one. Becoming the one who walks boldly instead of shrinking in humiliation. This is about transformation. I am not calling you to chase blessings. I am calling you to carry my presence. And where my presence dwells, lack cannot persist. Where I abide, peace takes control. When I show up, everything submits. Fear, sickness, anxiety, shame. So do not seek the inheritance solely for acquisition. Seek it because it draws you nearer to me. This is why the weeping matters. This is why the urgency, because some of you are at a crossroads and you do not even see it. You are one decision away, one step of faith away, and I am shouting from heaven, do not miss this. Do not let distraction rob you again. Do not let disappointment speak louder than destiny. I am still here, and I am still offering you what has been yours all along. But the door only opens to faith. I will remind you again, this is not about worthiness. It is about my will. I willed this inheritance into existence for you before time began. Not because you were perfect, but because you were mine. Because I foresaw the fire you would traverse, and knew the crown awaiting on the other side. Because I saw the people linked to your breakthrough, and I refused to let them be left behind. That is how much I love you. That is how deeply I believe in what I placed inside you. You have been walking around with the ache of unanswered prayers, thinking maybe I forgot. I did not. I was storing up the rain for the perfect moment. And now the clouds are breaking. Now the heavens are opening. The letter, this shocking heavenly declaration, is arriving in ways you least expect. In a whisper, in a stranger's kindness, in a long-awaited yes, in the mending of something you believed would always be fractured. But if your eyes are not open, you will not see it. If your spirit is not listening, you will not receive it. And that is why I am still weeping. Comment 10 if you know your blessing is closer than ever. This is not hype. This is not sentiment. This is holy ground. You have entered a moment drenched in divine urgency. Every conflict you have faced lately has been the enemy's final attempt to divert you from this inheritance. He wanted to make you resentful. He wanted you to stop trusting. But my spirit did not release you. Even when your faith faltered, I held your name in my hand. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. And you are not overdue. You are perfectly on time to receive what has been waiting for you. Do you recall the moments you nearly surrendered, the nights you sobbed in solitude, the mornings you did not want to rise? I was there, and I did not merely console you. I was fighting for you, holding back the forces meant to ruin you, aligning the right people, aligning the healing, aligning the breakthrough. You thought nothing was happening, but the foundations were being constructed beneath your feet, and now the structure is ready. The inheritance is here. But your heart must choose to step into it. It will not appear as you expect. It never does. Sometimes the inheritance shows up in a closed door that preserved your life. Sometimes it arrives wrapped in uncomfortable obedience. Sometimes it looks like relinquishing something so you can receive what is better. Will you still trust me if it does not come how you imagined? Will you still believe it is me if the miracle is concealed within a process? Because I promise you, what is coming is good, very good, but it is wrapped in layers of faith. You must stop consulting everyone else about what I have already told you. You do not need their validation. You do not need confirmation from people who do not even hear me. I have already spoken. I have already chosen you. You have already been approved in the court of heaven. The inheritance was not man-given, so it cannot be man-blocked. What I have prepared for you, no one can cancel. But you can miss it if you do not believe it is yours. Comment 1515 if you are receiving this for yourself. Is it finally time to try the same CIA secret ritual transforming lives in seconds? This newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual changing lives overnight. Scientifically validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it rewires your mind to attract money like a magnet. People once in debt are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and exotic travel. But this secret will not remain online much longer. Click the description and comments now to access it before it is permanently removed. I see how you have minimized your value. You have let other people's rejection convince you that perhaps you were asking for too much. But I place those desires in your heart. That yearning for more, that is not pride. That is purpose calling. That is me showing you that you were made for greater things. You are not in the world's eyes, but in the authority of heaven. You were not born to blend in. You were born to walk in miracles. I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and I am your God. And just as I fulfilled my promise to them, I will fulfill it to you. I did not bring you this far to abandon you here. I did not protect you through hell just to forsake you now. The inheritance is proof that I finish what I start, that I never forget the faithful, that I reward those who keep walking, even when everything inside them wants to stop. Some of you are still doubting, still asking, is this truly for me? Yes, it is for you. It has been for you all along. Your name is on the blessing. Your story is inscribed in my plan. Your fingerprints are on every promise I have crafted, and nothing, not your errors, not your frailty, not your doubts, can undo that. You can delay it, but you cannot destroy it. And right now, I am calling you out of delay and into destiny. You can feel it, even if you cannot articulate it. That strange pull, that stirring, that will not leave you alone. That is not anxiety. That is my spirit awakening your soul. The pain did not break you, it prepared you. The waiting did not mean I forgot. It meant I was constructing something greater than what you prayed for. But every time you skip these moments with me, you risk stepping over the very thing your heart has been aching for. I am not whispering anymore. I am crying loudly because this matters more than you know. Comment 1717 if you know God is speaking directly to you right now. You keep asking me for confirmation, and I keep answering. I speak through people, through moments, through signs, through the silence itself. But too often, you brush it aside as coincidence. You shrug off the miracle you asked me to send, and then you ask again, God, are you still with me? Yes, I am. I never left. Even when you stopped listening, even when you let the noise of this world drown out my voice, even then, I stayed. And now, I am trying once more to get your heart back in position. The letter is real. The inheritance is real. The weight of glory I have placed over your life is not some vague spiritual phrase. It is a tangible, powerful shift coming to your world. For some, it will be the job that opens doors you never knew existed. For others, it will be the healing in your body that doctors had no answer for. For some, it is the restoration of a family you thought would never be whole again. And for many, it will be the fire in your spirit being reignited so fiercely that you will begin to move in authority you did not know you had. But you cannot walk into any of this casually. The enemy has studied your patterns. He knows how to distract you. He knows how to tempt you to scroll past, to treat holy moments like background noise. But I am breaking through all of that right now. I am shaking your routine because I do not want you to just be inspired. You are not a victim of your bank account, you are a child of the King. Start talking to your mountain instead of talking about it. It is about who you become through it. You keep thinking you are not ready, that you are not holy enough, not mature enough, not together enough. But I never asked you to be any of those things. I asked you to be willing. I asked you to trust me, because I already covered the rest. I already handled the cost. The cross took care of your unworthiness. The blood already paid for what you think disqualifies you. And I am not sending this inheritance because of how well you have performed. I am sending it because you are my child. Comment 1212 if you know you are done running and ready to receive. Do you understand how valuable you are? Do you truly? I know life has told you otherwise. I know people have walked away and left you feeling forgotten. I know you have been treated like an afterthought, but I need you to hear me. You are not forgotten. You are not discarded. You are not invisible. You are my masterpiece. And even if every door around you shuts, I have the power to open one you did not even know existed. That is what this inheritance is. It is me flipping the script on everything you thought was over. It is me breathing on the places in your life that were dry and dead. It is me walking you out of survival and into overflow. But the only way to walk into it is to believe I meant what I said. You must stop doubting, my beloved. You must stop questioning whether I see you. You must trust that if I have brought you this far, I am not about to leave you now. There is a breakthrough carrying your name that is already moving. You think it is distant, but it is near. You think it is for others, but it has been tailored for you. This 55 million inheritance is not a random figure. It is the weight of blessing, the magnitude of what I have been preparing, the measure of restoration you are about to walk into. And the enemy is furious because he knows, once you truly believe it, he cannot stop it. But until then, he can still distract you, still make you doubt, still make you skip the moment meant to change your life. Comment Amen if you refuse to let the enemy steal this from you. Your life has felt like delay after delay. You have been stuck in waiting rooms while others pass you by. You have been faithful but frustrated. You have been praying but growing weary. And I have seen it all. Every moment of silent disappointment. Every time you swallowed your grief just to keep going. But none of it has been wasted. I have used every delay to build endurance in you. Every setback to train your spirit. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. And now the time has come. Why is the government working so hard to bury this 7-second brain ritual? A stunning CIA leak has just exposed a 7-second brain ritual, now allowing regular people to clear debt and invite unstoppable wealth. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is transforming financial struggles into dream lifestyles. New homes, vehicles, vacations, it is all becoming possible. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted forever. You may not see it yet, but the winds are already shifting. The soil you thought was barren is about to bear fruit. The letter is already in delivery. I have released angels to carry out what was written in the heavens long before you ever knew to ask for it. Some of you will see the fruit of your waiting within days. Some will hear my voice clearer than ever. Some will feel the presence of the Holy Spirit invade your home. It is coming. It is moving. And nothing, not doubt, not fear, not your past, can stop what I have ordained. But your heart must be open. Your hands must be ready. Because I am not sending this inheritance to decorate your life. I am sending it to change everything. The people you bless with it, the generations you heal through it, the chains you break because of it. This is not about you living in comfort. It is about you living in calling. That is why it has been so heavy. That is why the enemy tried to convince you you would never see it. He knows once you receive this, you will never be the same again. Comment 222 if you are done settling and ready to walk into destiny. I am not angry with you for doubting. I am not disappointed in your questions. I know life has made it hard to trust. I know the people you thought would protect you have let you down, but I am not them. I am not the one who abandoned you. I am not the one who betrayed you. I am the one who stayed, the one who protected you when you did not even know you were in danger. the one who whispered to you in the dark when you could not sleep, the one who still believes in you when you have stopped believing in yourself. And I truly know how tired you are. Tired of being strong, tired of pretending you are okay, tired of waiting for something to change. That is why I am speaking this so clearly, because I want you to know it is not always going to be this way. The struggle is not your identity. The valley is not your home. I am calling you out of it, not into chaos, but into calling, into purpose, into joy, into the inheritance I died to give you. This letter is not just filled with blessings, it is filled with identity. It is a reminder of who you truly are. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not too broken. You are mine. And if you will receive what I am placing before you, you will walk in a peace the world cannot touch. In favor that does not make sense, in strength that outlasts the storm. This is not a fantasy. This is fulfillment. You have walked through pain that tried to bury you. You faced loss that shook the ground beneath you, and still you are standing. That is not by your own strength. It is because I kept you. I surrounded you when you did not know what was holding you up. And now the weight of that waiting is turning into a wave of my favor. Doors that were shut are about to open. Chains that held you are about to fall. But you cannot walk casually into this. You must come with faith, with expectation, with readiness, because what is on the other side will require your full heart. Comment 333 to declare your faith and readiness to receive it. I am not just giving you a blessing, I am changing your life. This inheritance is layered. Some of it will come in healing emotionally, mentally, even physically. Some of it will come in restoration of things you lost and thought were gone forever. Some of it will come through people I have sent to walk with you. And some of it will come in silent miracles, answers showing up before you even ask. But through it all, I need you to remember this is me, not coincidence, not luck, not chance. Me, your Father. I have been watching the weight you carry, the pressure to stay strong when your heart was breaking, the quiet suffering behind your smile. I saw it all and I wept with you. Not because I was powerless, but because I knew the day would come when your mourning would be turned to dancing. And now that day is here. The inheritance is arriving, not just to change your situation, but to reveal my love in a way you have never experienced. You will know it is me because it will feel like peace in chaos, strength in weakness, light in the darkest place. You have been asking me for confirmation. God, if this is really for me, show me. Here it is. This moment, these words, this presence you feel right now. That is the confirmation. I am not a God of confusion. I speak clearly to those who are listening, and I am speaking to you now. Do not skip this. Do not wait for another sign. Do not tell yourself, this is for someone else. You have waited long enough. This is for you. Comment 777 if you know your spirit was meant to hear this. Now you have asked, but why would you bless someone like me? And I say, because I see who you are beyond the wounds. I see the child I created. I see the warrior you have become. I see the faith that would not die even when everything around you did. That is why I have chosen to bless you. Not because you earned it, but because you endured. Because you stayed when it would have been easier to quit. Because you whispered, I still believe, when no one else knew you were holding on by a thread. The inheritance is not just wealth, it is wisdom, it is strength. It is open doors, it is divine connections, it is new beginnings, it is laughter returning to your home, it is the breaking of generational curses, it is the lifting of burdens that were never yours to carry. It is a release of everything heaven has stored for the one who would not let go. You are not a victim of your bank account, you are a child of the King. Start talking to your mountain instead of talking about it. You endured the wilderness. Now walk boldly into the promise. Do you know why everyone is whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A brainwave ritual leaked from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you are seeing this, you are very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it is deleted forever. I know your heart is still a little cautious. You have been disappointed before. You have believed and been let down. But I want you to know, I am not the one who failed you. I never left you. And this time will be different, because this time is mine. I am not asking you to figure it all out. I am asking you to trust me as I lead you step by step. Your only job now is to stop skipping what I am trying to deliver. Watch, listen, receive. I will take care of the rest. This inheritance is not just about blessing your life. It is about shifting the legacy that comes through you. What I place in your hands will overflow. It will bless your children, your family, your community. It will shift the spiritual atmosphere wherever you go. People will look at your life and know it had to be me. They will see your transformation and ask, what changed? And you will say, God met me when I almost gave up. He did not just give me a miracle, He gave me Himself. You thought I was done because things did not happen when you expected. You thought the door was closed because it did not open on your schedule. But my timing is perfect. I was preparing things you could not see, and more importantly, I was preparing you. I had to grow your faith, strengthen your character, and pull your heart closer to mine, because the weight of this inheritance would have crushed the old version of you. But now you are stronger, wiser, still standing, still chosen. You have carried shame long enough. The enemy has whispered lies into your mind, trying to convince you that what I promised could not possibly apply to someone with your history, your pain, your mistakes. But I want you to hear me clearly. I do not change my promises based on your failures. I base them on my faithfulness, and I am always faithful, always present, always reaching, always restoring. This inheritance is still yours, and nothing you have done has disqualified you from it. Comment Amen if you receive that truth into your spirit. You have looked around and wondered why others seem to walk in favor while you are still fighting, just to keep your head above water. But you do not know the weight of what is coming to you. You do not know the size of the table I have been building in the presence of your enemies. You do not know the celebration I have planned for the ashes you have walked through. I do not do small things for those who have endured great suffering. I do not release light favor on those who have been through heavy warfare. What is coming is big, because what you have carried was heavy. This inheritance will feel like relief first, like the weight finally lifting, like the tears you cried in silence now watering a harvest you never saw coming. And then it will feel like fire, like purpose awakening, like strength you forgot you had rising up again. You will look in the mirror and barely recognize the person staring back at you, not because you have become someone else, but because you have finally become who I created you to be before the world tried to tear it away. You were never average. You were never forgotten. You were never unloved. You are not a victim of your bank account. You are a child of the King. Start talking to your mountain instead of talking about it. The calling over your life is not something I spoke lightly. I meant it when I said you were chosen. I meant it when I said you were set apart. And I meant it when I said I had plans to prosper you, not to harm you, to give you a future and a hope. My word does not return void. Every promise I spoke over you is still alive. Comment 1111 if you believe the promise is still alive for you. You are wondering how it will happen. You are trying to do the math in your head. Calculate how things could possibly turn around. How restoration could possibly find you after everything that has been lost. But I need you to stop trying to figure it out in your logic and start trusting me with your heart. You do not need the full plan to move forward. You just need to believe I am the one who wrote it. I have already aligned the details. I have already sent the right people. I have already gone ahead of you to make the crooked path straight. This is why I keep calling you back. Why I have been relentless in trying to get your attention. You keep thinking I am disappointed in you, but I am not. I am determined for you. I have fought for your heart every time life tried to harden it. I have pulled you out of places you did not even know were dangerous. I have blocked relationships that would have drained you dry. And now I am calling you into something deeper, something higher, something holy. The inheritance is not just about what you will receive. It is about what you will release. Through you, I will bring healing to others. Through your story, I will show others that grace does not run out. Through your breakthrough, others will find the courage to believe again. That is why the battle was so intense. The enemy was not just after your peace. He was after your voice, your influence, your testimony. But he failed because you are still here, and that means you have already won more than you realize. I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for surrender. Will you trust me? Will you walk by faith even when you do not feel strong? Will you receive what I have been holding for you all this time? This inheritance is not about earning, it is about accepting. The gates are open, the angels are moving, the letter is already in motion. Your job is not to strive, it is to believe, to step into the blessing with open hands and a willing heart. There is no limit to what I can do in your life. Healing, I can do it. Restoration, I have already begun. Finances, I own the cattle on 1,000 hills. Joy, I give it in full measure. Peace, I am the prince of it. Hope, I am the resurrection and the life. There is nothing too hard for me, nothing too lost, nothing too broken, nothing beyond my reach. And you, my child, are firmly in my hands. What if a quick 7-second brain ritual could truly wipe out your debt and fill your life with unstoppable abundance? A shocking CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second ritual now helping ordinary people clear debt and attract unlimited wealth. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is turning financial problems into dream lifestyles. New homes, cars, vacations, it is all happening for real people. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted forever. You have come too far to give up now. Too many prayers have been prayed, too many seeds have been sown, too many tears have been cried. It is time for the harvest. It is time for the inheritance. It is time for everything I have promised to finally fall into your lap. You will not have to chase it. You will not have to force it. It will come to you because it is yours. All I ask is that you stop skipping what I am trying to place in front of you. Lean in, stay close, keep listening. The best is not behind you, it is just ahead. I know how tired you are. You have carried more than most people know. You have smiled through storms, stood silently while others misunderstood your journey, and you have quietly wrestled with doubt in your own mind. You have wondered if the promise passed you by. You have questioned if it was ever real to begin with. But I have been here the whole time, watching, waiting, loving you. I never took my eyes off you, and even now, I am standing beside you, holding the very thing you keep praying for. What you are stepping into is not random. This is the result of prayers you forgot you prayed. This is the answer to nights you cried and thought no one heard. I heard every word. I counted every tear. I stored every plea in my hands, and now, I am turning all of it into glory. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine setup. The inheritance is being delivered because the time has come. Not because everything is perfect, but because I declared it would happen. And when I speak, things move. You are not a victim of your bank account. You are a child of the King. Start talking to your mountain instead of talking about it. Let me remind you what this inheritance really means. It is not just about resources, though I will provide. It is not just about healing, though I will restore. It is not just about open doors, though I will unlock them. This inheritance is about identity. It is about me giving you back what the world tried to take. Your joy, your peace, your voice, your purpose, your fire. I am restoring all of it, and not in pieces, in full. You were not made to live in survival mode. You were made to thrive in my presence. But you have been under attack for so long, you have forgotten what peace feels like. You have been carrying so many responsibilities that you have forgotten what it feels like to rest. But I am not just the God who gives. I am the God who carries. Let me carry this with you. Let me shoulder the burden. Let me show you what it feels like to walk in grace that flows freely and does not run dry. This next season will require your faith, not your strength. I am not asking you to figure everything out. I am asking you to believe. Just believe that I meant what I said. Believe that I am not a liar. Believe that if I started a work in you, I will finish it. Believe that you are not forgotten, And this inheritance is not for someone more deserving, it is for you, because I wrote your name on it before you were born. Comment 999 if you believe that God never forgets what he promised. The enemy has tried everything to stop this moment. He has thrown confusion at you. He has tried to distract you. He stirred up anxiety, depression, even temptation, just to get your heart numb again, because he knows that once you receive what is coming, you will not be the same. Once you walk in this inheritance, the atmosphere around you will shift. You will become a threat to the darkness. And that is why he is terrified, because you are waking up, you are listening, and you are about to say yes to the very thing he has tried to keep you from all your life. This inheritance is going to surprise you. It will not come the way you expect. Some of you will receive a sudden phone call that changes your direction. Others will find peace returning in the very places where there has only been chaos. Some of you will be reconnected to people you thought were lost forever. And others will step into opportunities that you never saw coming. But no matter how it looks, know this: it is me. It is me keeping my promise. You have waited. You have obeyed when it was hard. You have worshipped with tears running down your face. And you have kept going when no one clapped for you. When no one saw the weight you carried, heaven saw it all. I saw it all. And now, I am honoring your endurance. I am multiplying what you sowed. I am lifting you out of the place where you almost settled. You thought you would have to live in survival forever, but I am calling you into overflow. I do not just want to bless you, I want to walk with you. I want to go with you into the next season. I want you to hear my voice when you wake up. I want you to feel my peace when things do not make sense. I want to speak into your decisions, into your relationships, into your plans. I want to be the center of it all, not just the one you run to when things fall apart. That is part of the inheritance, intimacy with me that fills every part of your life. You do not need to beg me to move. I already am. You do not need to convince me to bless you. I already decided to. What I need is your heart. What I need is your yes. Because the inheritance is more than a gift. It is a mantle. And with it comes a responsibility to lead, to love, to walk in grace, to forgive when it is hard, to speak life when you are surrounded by death. But I will not ask you to carry it alone. I will walk with you every step of the way. Could a CIA-leaked brainwave ritual be the fastest shortcut to a life of luxury? Newly released CIA research has just exposed a jaw-dropping brainwave technique that is letting everyday people attract massive wealth almost instantly. This 7-second home ritual, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is transforming debt into dream houses, cars, and luxury getaways. If you are reading this, consider yourself lucky. The page could be taken down anytime. Click the link in the description and comments to unlock the secret before it is gone forever. This inheritance is not just a gift, it is a declaration of who you are. I am not handing you something random. I am returning to you what was always meant to be yours. You have been walking through life feeling like you have to fight for every bit of peace, every glimpse of hope, every moment of clarity. But now I am fighting for you. I have always been fighting for you. And what I have been preparing, this 55 million worth of blessing, breakthrough, and healing, is on its way, and it cannot be stopped. You have walked through fire. You have been through storms that tried to break you. And if it were up to the enemy, you would not even be reading this. But you are, because I carried you through when you could not walk, because I covered you when you did not even know what was coming against you, because I have been guarding this inheritance for you until your heart was ready to receive it fully. Now is that time, not next year, not someday, now. Comment, Amen, if you are choosing to believe that now is your time. This is bigger than just a moment of encouragement. This is the turning point of your life. You have waited for so long, and the waiting has been painful. You have had moments when you were sure the breakthrough was near, only to watch things fall apart. But let me tell you this. What felt like delay was actually alignment. I was not denying you. I was arranging things. I was lining up the right people, the right timing, the right situation. So when this inheritance shows up, it fits perfectly into the life I have been rebuilding for you. Yes, rebuilding. Because whether you realize it or not, There were parts of your life that had to be torn down, not to destroy you, but to heal you. Some things were never meant to stay. Some people were never meant to walk with you forever. Some situations had to break because they were blocking what I was trying to give. And I know it hurt. I know it felt unfair. But I need you to understand. My hands were in it, not to harm you, but to rescue you. The inheritance comes with clarity, with healing, with restoration. You will begin to see why the pain had purpose. You will begin to understand why the delay was protection. And you will feel peace return, where there used to be only confusion. This is what I meant when I said, I make all things new. I was not exaggerating. I was not just speaking over someone else. I was speaking to you. And now the words are taking form. Now the promise is becoming flesh in your life. Comment 17:17, if you are walking away from fear and into faith. You have been walking in circles trying to make sense of everything. You have been overthinking, analyzing, waiting for a sign to finally confirm what your spirit already knows. Here is your sign. This is your confirmation. I am telling you now, loud and clear, that what you have been praying for is coming. But you have to stop letting your doubt speak louder than my voice. You have to stop letting your past define your future. The things that happened to you were real, but so is the inheritance that is coming. And no, it will not look the same for everyone. Some of you will receive financial breakthrough. Others will finally walk in the healing you have cried out for. Some will feel peace return to your home, your marriage, your mind. Some will see open doors where there were only walls. But all of you, every single one who receives this with faith, will be changed. Because this inheritance is not about just one area of your life. It is about the transformation of your entire being from the inside out. You have asked God, why now? And I answer you this, because you are ready. You did not feel ready, but I see what you cannot. I see the maturity in your heart. I see the depth in your spirit. I see that you are finally in a place where the blessing will not become a burden. You have been purified through pain. You have been strengthened in silence. And now I can trust you with more. Not because you are perfect, but because you stayed, because you did not quit. Because you kept coming back even when it hurt. There is still time, even if you have skipped my voice before, even if you have ignored these moments, even if you have been too hurt to believe. I am still here, still speaking, still offering, still crying out for you to receive what is yours. Because I am the God of second chances, and third, and fourth. I do not give up on my children, and I will not give up on you. This is the time to open your heart again, to believe again, to hope again. Yes, you have been disappointed, but I am not disappointment. I am fulfillment. Yes, you have been hurt, but I am not hurt. I am healing. Yes, you have been afraid, but I am not fear. I am peace. I am everything you need, and I am bringing you into a season where you will no longer have to chase blessings. They will begin to find you because you are aligned, because you are awake, because you are saying yes. This letter is not coming in the mail. It is arriving through moments like this, through the way your heart is burning right now, through the people I am about to send into your life, through the conversations that will begin to confirm what I have already spoken through divine timing you cannot explain. And when it happens, you will know. You will remember this moment and say, God told me, He prepared me for this. You are not just receiving for yourself. You are unlocking something for others too. The decisions you make from this moment forward, the faith you step into, the obedience you walk in, will affect those around you, children, friends, family, strangers. They will see the light in you and be drawn to it. That is how powerful this is. That is why I have been crying for you to stop skipping this, because this is not only about your life, it is about legacy. Is it really possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial struggle into overnight wealth? This leaked CIA-backed study uncovers a 7-second money ritual that is changing lives right now. Endorsed by 4 neuroscience labs, it reprograms your brain to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now living their dream lives. Luxury homes, new vehicles, exotic travel. But this secret will not stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it is permanently deleted.